future from the year 2000, by a glitch due to the Millennium Bug, I'm adapting to thrive in the peculiar conditions of the 2020s. Join me in a multimedia extravaganza as we surf the World Wide Web, catch up on 2 decades of video games, and mess around with creative tools new and old. I'm Millennium Cyborg. Welcome to the new millennium. And boy, are these OBS scenes dusty. It's been a while. I didn't do absolutely nothing since my last proper stream. I've been in a couple of collabs, one on Sylvia Slugger's channel and one on Corvus Twigs, and those were lots of fun. I've had some ambitious projects I've been working on, and I talked a bit about the trying to write my own ray tracer and getting my Bryce backgrounds going in real time, which the hard part there turned out to be what I thought would be fairly straightforward would be reverse engineering how things like the haze work. I'll have to talk about that some more some other time. My head's not in the right space right now. But yeah, I've been wanting to do some long-running series, and one is what we're going to get started on today, and that's looking through some old PC Magazine cover discs, which I unearthed my own pile of back home over the holiday. But I also found some good resources online with large collections of them. I don't know whether the ones I have locally overlap. I haven't checked yet, and none of the collections are complete, but I'm going to do a roughly chronological so what I'm looking for. I'm just going to go through them in chronological order, and I've picked a couple of magazines that I particularly enjoyed when they were still coming out. And these were French magazines, but that won't stop us. I think most of the content ends up in English anyway. And the first one is manually. I'm still doing some things manually. I've not brought my full stream setup back up. Oh, this is cool. I should have opened on this. All right, so PC Fun cover CD issue 1 from November 94. So just before 95, and this is going to be a kind of test stream. I've not done any logos. I've not got a cool like CRT monitor background setup or anything. Spent all my time just trying to get a good emulation machine going. So this is 86 box running Windows 98 on an emulated 100 MHz Pentium 2. It's 100 MHz because I found that when I went higher, the sound would misbehave. And I installed some of my favorite applications like Earthhand View and Winamp, things that I still use today. So I think, hopefully, whatever we find on this CD, we should be able to run. The other thing I did was get some cool wallpapers, and I've got some, you know, we're looking at a late 94 CD, but I'm running with some early 2000s wallpapers, which were really, it was hard to find some good ones because most of them have a very particular style. I mean, anime and video game wallpapers where it's like all copy pasted together, but there's a few especially lane ones that were pretty good. Quite like this one, Blue Submarine. This is a Macross one. You know, I don't think I would even use that, but I like looking at it. Yeah, a lot of good lane wallpapers in this time period. Right. Let's check out the CD-ROM that came with the first issue of PC Fun. I think some later CDs have a better sort of menu to them, and this one's just a complete mess. Lower the music a bit. I also had all kinds of trouble with my my music setup before the stream. I don't know why, but all of the Stream Beat stuff disappeared off YouTube, and I couldn't get it to play either off their site or off Spotify. Spotify in the web browser. So what I was running just before was this this 3D benchmark. Quite fun. So this is late 94. This is not exactly like Windows 95 oriented content in this cover disc. I'm sure I exited this earlier. Why can't I exit it now? Weird. No, what's happening? Fine, I'll reboot. I've got a Voodoo 32000 in the emulated machine as well. So I went with 86 box because I wanted the whole PC actually, so that I could also potentially check out things like Windows themes and icons and all kinds of things that are included in some of these cover CDs. Emulating in VirtualBox, you don't really get, like, you can't really do 3D games very much. And running the old stuff on a modern machine is just a huge pain. Anything from 95 to 2005 is a very dodgy area for emulation or running on a modern machine. So it was this or build an actual period accurate PC, which I may do at some point, but not today. These are... I have no idea what some of these things are, right? Collection Playtoon, Oncle Archibald. Un mercredi du mois de mai, comme il pleuvait, no. So this is some kind of game demo for some, I guess, French adventure games or interactive cartoon. There's no sound on this one. There's just... Okay. The bench was the benchmarks. Oh wow. So these are like demo scene demos. And right off the bat, we've got second reality. I wonder if this will run. Okay, let's firstly do a quick check. So the audio in here should be working fine. I've got a few test files. So that should all be coming through nicely on stream, and there's no hitching or anything. I've had limited success testing the graphics and so on. I've been trying to get Descent 3 working. That's something I enjoyed Descent 3, and neither the experience of running it from GOG nor other attempts have been successful so far. Hi, Ren. Oh. How about this? Oh, I'm disappointed. Can we read? What do we do? Do we reboot in MS-DOS mode? Yeah, because the like the CD-ROM drivers aren't loaded in DOS mode, right? No, that's not what I do. I mean, running demo scene stuff, which is quite technically demanding. I think it is possible in 86 box, but I've not tested it. We could always try copying it to the hard drive somewhere. Let's just grab all of this. And then it was... Ooh, all right. Sound Blaster. Yeah. Not enough memory. Oh, wow. Hello, Amy. Good to see you. Yeah, we're already into the land of having to reboot with a custom config sys and autoexec bat. And I've not done that in a while, and oh, I really wish it was easier, but okay, well, you know what? I'll have to do a proper demo scene stream in the future. I want to keep going with all the good content on this first cover CD. So there's a few things here that are supposed to be like desktop toys and things, but oh yeah, like stuff not working and rebooting into DOS and all that. Pretty accurate 90s experience. I tried these earlier and they didn't seem to work, and I think they're mostly meant to work in Windows 3.1, those ones. Gravis ultrasound patches. Oops. Icons. All right, some random icons. Yeah. Games. Box World Connect for green. Oh, golf game. Hyperoid. Asteroids clone. Yeah, this is just the sort of pilot episode. We'll get into the real Windows 95 stuff next time, I think. No sound. Doesn't control very well. One must fall, is it? Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh yes. This was not a good fighting game, but it's so cool. Alright, all my inputs. What do you mean right keyboard? Numeric keypad, QWE, custom tab and control. I haven't set up a joystick. No. I wonder if I can do that on the fly. What do we have? Input, joystick. No. I'm just gonna have to do a keypad. I don't have that set up either. Other players using this. What are you talking about? Let's see what happens. I always like the look of that robot. Right, yeah, I'm using a weird keyboard that has no numpad. Wow. We can still enjoy the music. Campaign. You like the idea of the campaign mode separation of robot and pilot? Yeah, it's a cool idea. I don't think I ever got through the campaign mode. I want to see if I can... escape doesn't even work. Oh, there we go. Player 2 input. Player 2 will use a joystick. Player 2 will use right key. Player 2 will use custom. Let's just... jump right. I'm not gonna... No. What? What are we doing here? Let's see how that works.
Round one. Fight.
This does not play particularly well. That's not the fault of the emulation, it's just very clunky. But damn, the music and the visuals are so cool. I can't quite tell why it struggles at some times and is fine with others. What did I... No.
You lose.
I think that was a good enough look at One Must Fall for now. Let's see what else we got. Lights. Oh, this is played a version of this on Game Boy, and I've never been able to do well at this. Wasn't the, like, it was one of the Bioshocks as well, had a hacking mini game that was like this, I think. And a board game. And a board game. Is this Wacky Wheels? Looks like it won't just run. Cool or help? Oh, this is Missile Command. The audio is a bit glitchy. You use the right and left mouse buttons to control the two towers. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I can't tell sometimes if the mouse isn't quite working or something else.
Bro,
of it. It's just not working. Okay, that's... I guess I'm dead. I died. Rip me. What about Box World? Oh yeah, this is your classic soccer band style. What are we doing? Do I have to push the boxes onto these or just... I do. Well. No, undo, undo. Okay, well, no, there's an undo. There we go. Mastered. What's this? Okay, that must have a player somewhere. Right. Click and play. I love click and play. I made so much garbage with click and play. Yep. Display driver working fine. Yep. So this was, unless I'm very much mistaken, the software that inspired Game Maker later on, and Click and Play itself had later versions, the Games Factory, Click and Create, Multimedia Fusion, and then Click Team Fusion, all from the same team. The latest version is still available on Steam, and you can open up the very oldest of these games that were made in the original Click and Play. And here's Missile Command again. What? How do I refill my ammo? Oh no. Something weird's happening. Oh, maybe it's something like all of my shots went off at once because of the frequency or something. Maybe it's running too fast. Also, the wrong window's in focus. That help? No, when I click it. Okay. It's misbehaving. Yep. Right, let's try the weird is happening with my mouse cursor. I remember these sound effects. I'm going to reboot the machine quickly since something weird has happened to my mouse cursor. start by closing that. Quick reboot. Reboot fixes everything. Eventually. Hello? Hard reset. Scan disk. We're being told off for not shutting down properly. Yeah, click and play. I want to do my own dive into click and play projects at some point. Did you do, Naomi, did you do a full click and play stream, or just did I see you play some click and play games as part of some other like shareware thing? Can't remember. But I'd certainly love to do a dive into, I found on the Internet Archive, what was it called? Silkies. And I actually ended up sending Zandra a link to one of her old games that she had on that was still on the Internet Archive, that she'd made back in the day and that I'd played. I don't know her personally. I just messaged her out of the blue saying, "Hey, is this your click and play game?" I wanna do some more of those click and play games right here that were included. Reversi and ski. Hang on. Oh, this skiing game wasn't included with the version of click and play I had. So how do we control? Bit dodgy. Yeah, a lot of glorious train wrecked. I definitely had some of my own back in the day. Didn't really ever finish anything to the point where you could call it a game, but I guess we just have Reversi. Right, something, yeah, I think Windows 3.1 games and programs aren't working terribly well in emulation. Am I right? Okay? Yeah. I guess I should show click and play itself. So, no. Well, that's okay. Okay. I guess we're not showing click and play today because it does something to the mouse cursor that it's just not happy with. But that's another thing that I can come back to in a dedicated stream and plenty to talk about. You know, there's at least one other thing on that CD that I'm enthusiastic about showing off. I saw that it at least where was it? It was something like, okay, well, we've got True Space 1. Yes, absolutely, install True Space. What's the other thing? It was, what's the name? Yes. Kitty Hawk Softwares. No, the greatest paper airplanes. I think I had the full version of this back in the day. So the idea is, okay, history of paper, no. Show us the planes. There we go. So you could print off these paper. Okay, we're just doing these ones in the demo. You could print off these airplanes and then see folding instructions in 3D. Just like real life, yeah. I don't know why. Advanced on. Continuous on. On. Don't know why it's stuck. To hold it down, okay. This would still be a great way to learn to fold some paper airplanes. The instructions, you know, the 3D models still look good. And the designs that includes are quite cool. But I had the full version, but I have no idea where the discs went. Alright, we installed True Space. I've not messed around with True Space 1. This should be fun. Alright, let's see how fast we can do some 3D rendering on this emulated 100 MHz Pentium 2. I do not remember. I remember these icons. I don't remember how to do the actual rendering. Let's render current object. Do we? Yeah. Render scene. It's not a bad render speed. And then I'm gonna change any rendering properties. Your animations and materials thing. Raycast and scanline renderers, yeah. Can we do something fun? Did that take effect? How do we set a material? Oh, that's a meta ball as well. Add to library, remove from light ball. How do I? Set a material. Do you have to paint the object? UV projection. Spherical. Apply? No. New material rectangle. Paint object. There we go. Now it's struggling. Nice. Yeah, in this kind of program, I would just load up the default materials and apply them to things, and bumpy copper. There's not a lot of options that I saw, like I couldn't control reflections between objects. I don't know if it's doing any kind of actual ray tracing or just, you know, rasterization. It was True Space 2 or 3 that I messed around with the most, I think. Back in the day. Nice. What's we got? What is this? The folder's called POV. Can't find vbrun.dll. My old nemesis. Is this all intended to be various utilities for working with the POV renderer? 3DS2 POV. Yeah, seems like it. RDS. Open swap file. La vie s'écoulait, paisible et heureuse sur les rives du grand lac. Rien ne troublait la malédiction de Tanak. Didn't have time to finish reading it. The curse of Thanak. What kind of game is this then? Was this not in utilities instead of demos? Some kind of adventure game. La Sicile, l'épée dévastatrice quand tu l'auras. Place here the devastating sword when you have it. Tu placeras ici le bouclier d'écailles pour te protéger. You should place the shield of scales here when you find it to protect yourself. This is for the enchanted key. And I don't know what that is. Yeah, definitely a bit of a Shadowgate vibe. Je suis scellé magiquement. Vois avec le hibou. I am magically sealed. Talk to the owl. I'll only open the door for 100 gold pieces. Qui ose me déranger? C'est toi, que veux-tu? Who dares disturb me? You? What do you want? Retrouver ta loupe? J'ai encore perdu ma loupe. Où est-elle? I've lost my magnifying glass. Where is it? What? Oh no, I see. Just like click on the part that's zoomed in. Okay, I get it. What do we get? The end. Oh, I guess we need... Do we have to do this for 100 points? Okay, I'm not sure I want to keep doing this a billion times. Interesting though. Viewer. It's just an image viewer. Multimedia extravaganza. Oh yes. So there is a bit of built-in software. That hopefully should work. There we go. Interview with Chris Roberts and Mark Hamill about Wing Commander 3. Marc, pourquoi s'être lancé dans une telle aventure? Mark, why, it's kind of idiomatic. Why get involved in something like this?
Well, I found it a great challenge, and I like challenges. Every format that the actor works in is different. Television will be different from films. Films are different than Broadway. I do voices a lot for animation. That's also different. And I probably had more fears about this particular project because I'm not as familiar with the world of CD-ROM games and whatnot, and the script was this thick. You know, there were so many variations of what the player could choose to do, but we were very lucky. I think we had a great group of actors. We all worked together well. We all enjoyed the fact that we felt like we were onto something new. I mean, this is all very new to our profession, and we felt we were in very capable hands because you can't go too far wrong when the creator of the game is guiding you along the way. I mean, you can ask questions and he can speak with authority on whatever questions that you have.
How about this question? What are the differences between the worlds of George Lucas and Chris Roberts?
Well, obviously the multiple scenarios that could, you know, that can happen with George's movies. We had a beginning, a middle, and end to the script, and there was no variables as there were in this, and that was hard keeping it straight. You know, they called it column 1 or column A, column B, column C, and it's a hard thing. You can't plot your performance the same way you would in a linear, you know, a structure that's more linear, like a traditional screenplay. Your leap of faith, so to speak, there's a bigger chasm. You know, you have to trust the people around you that it'll work. But and I didn't feel like I learned everything that I should have. This sort of whet my appetite. You know, it's an intriguing new world, really. It's fascinating to me.
I wonder. I can only assume that they took an interview done by someone else and then chopped it up and the French translation doesn't seem to correspond terribly well with the things he says in the video either. Oh yeah, I mean a UI that plays videos in a postage stamp size with some cruddy codecs, and that's content. Well, speaking of, some of the stuff that I found recently is a few CDs that were just, you know, you could buy a CD that was just a bunch of cool GIF animations that some guy made. And I intend to you know, mine those for any fun content. Video Video Blaster RT300. Test of different compression levels. 0% compression. %75 compression. Is there no sound? Yes, that's compressed. It all looks bad. Compressed and uncompressed. That was installable stuff. There's also, like, the main bunch of files here are an Under a Killing Moon pre-release demo. What else do we have? Monty Python.
Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to the second of our Italian language classes. Now, last week we started at the beginning, and we learned the Italian for...
And now for something completely different.
I guess this works quite well with the sort of multimedia format. Coming to a PC near you. Desktop Pythonizer, yeah. Well, that's the demo stuff we just saw. Sapristi. Sapristi. Well, sapristi by itself is kind of exclamation of surprise or oops, my caps on. Absolutely no Google result. Génération sapristi. Okay, I think this is a service directory for Minitel or something. To share with stuff we had earlier. Oh, this is Magic Eye. I wonder how well this translates through the Twitch stream compression. What's an ant? That's some shapes. That's definitely some kind of shape. That's dolphins, fish, motorbike, no idea. What? These are not the best Magic Eye pictures I've ever seen. It's been a while, but I barely get that one. Really plain, this one says. No, my eyes are getting tired. What was this? Oh yeah. I saw this when I was trying to... Univers interactif. That doesn't work. 20 file 20 mid The Strange Children of Japanese Techno. The Académie Française of Interactivity. This is like a promotional cover for a different magazine. Just like utilities. This is doesn't quite run right, but man, do you remember Lotus Screen Cam? If we had proper screen capture.
De l'image de synthèse avec Voxel, le logiciel de création
I actually used this to test that the sound was emulating correctly.
La démonstration qui
But
va vous permettre de découvrir avec quelle
I can't fast forward. It's talking about a
Voxel, c'est deux modules. Voxel, le modeleur, il vous permet de
modeling program and renderer, but the demo goes on, like, starts talking for so long that I managed to get to the actual content. What's this? Vista Pro. What was Vista Pro? Was it like whoa. Virtual reality laboratories. A landscape rendering and exploration program. Graphic map, camera, yep. Target, right, yep. Target button, okay. Yep. Preview, okay. Yep. Skip, yep. Rendered, okay. Image quality, yep. Coloring, okay. Yep. It's all standard stuff, yep, okay. Ooh. Might be looping. Generate your own pictures. Load. Okay. Render. Nice. I guess then G-shape. Okay, so it's doing some kind of interpolation. And I guess we're not in 24-bit color mode. Mode 24-bit does allow that in the demo. Let's try it. I think that's still the same. Cool. I'd not seen a landscape renderer this old before. All right, we just have a collection of cool wave files. Hang on. Control A. Control A doesn't select all. What am I pressing then? Hmm. I'm using the right control. Oh, it's because I was okay, there we go. I was just setting in the emulator. Get in there. It's not like, oh, here's some WAV file for some specific purpose or sorted in a specific way. It's just, here are a bunch of files. Hey, Indigo. Good to see you. I'm checking out a multimedia and PC magazine cover disc from November '94. Oh, hi, Kimmy Fox. It's a shame. Some of the cooler stuff that is on the CD, like the demo scene stuff, I wasn't able to run, but I'll definitely come back to some of it. What do we have here? What do you think it is? WC3. Is it Warcraft 3? Wing Commander 3. Of course, we had the Mark Hamill and Chris Roberts interviews. Okay. That was it. That was exception happened. What about catalog.exe? Nice. Rings of Glory was pretty fun. I've never gotten terribly fine in any of the Wing Commanders proper. Yeah, System Shock. I finished System Shock 2, but I've never played through the first one. I think I should. The visuals are really something else. It's a very short MIDI loop, but it's a nice one. Complete Ultima. Bioforge. Key features. Texture mapped 3D synthetic actors with hundreds of motions you can do from any angle. 8-channel digital sound effects. Super realistic motion. I don't think these are... Oh no, this is telling you why you should buy the hint book. Alright. Swoop. There's a cute panda. Evaluation purposes only. Enable Whoop It Up. Well, this is just it's just setting system sounds, isn't it? I see.
I'll be back.
Oh my god. That one is... I feel like that's already in one of the Windows 98 Plus packs or something.
Bummer.
This is just like, that's it. That's all the sounds. No, do not enable Whip It Up. It's not a cohesive theme or anything. It's just completely random stuff. Yeah, and then Under a Killing Moon, which, I mean, I don't see the point of playing a demo version of that. It would be something to do a proper running an emulator to use it as a soundboard. Yeah. What was I running earlier? That, I mean, the like Winamp playback of module files and stuff runs perfectly smoothly. You could totally use emulated Winamp to play your files. You absolutely don't need to either, but that part works fine. I think we've more or less hit the end. I'm going to try click and play one more time. Oh yeah, it was the installed version. So the idea here is you actually just start by placing down some some objects and things. Let's see. Oh, this is not a very good limited selection, and not a very good one because I'm not even pointing in the right way. So you can automatically generate other directions. Starting in the wrong direction. Let's see. Up, okay. Generate the others, and there we go. I still remember how to use this software. Shows you how much time I spent with it. And then we're going to have, I guess, a fireball. Also, I did not originally use it in French. Let's get some music going. You remember using Winamp to play the special formatted music files for the SNES and PS1? Oh yeah. The I think I've got some lying around somewhere still. It's really interesting because I guess people were somehow... It was an emulator for each of those consoles, but then the I think the format that was being played back was essentially a custom ROM that included nothing but the music. So there we go. Really? Well, okay, so in the real version of Click and Play, you have a grid of conditions and objects. And so you can say, if at the start of the game, do this thing to this object, for example, or the simplest example is if an object collides with another, then you say, okay, well, this one is destroyed and the score is incremented by 1 and so on. So you don't have to code, but it's quite a good way of specifying a bunch of events. So instead we've got to use this one. Oh, and we should start by giving some player movement here, 8 directions. Okay, and so what we're doing here is using the step editor where it detects events happening that you might want to respond to, and then things that you might want to happen. So here it detected that the player character left the play area, and it's suggesting the action to stop the object. I need to define my shoot key. Where was that? What's that? Let's just 8 directions. And I remember it doesn't quite work the same in here as in the Games Factory. These are the actions to take. Zorak's domain, that was an emulation thing, right? He had a bunch of emulators, I think. I can't remember where I got the actual music files. Yeah, Multimedia Fusion, like the modern ClickTeam Fusion as well, is very similar to this. You know, normally I would go into here and click plus and add a new event. I can't figure out how to do it in this demo version. But yeah, basic idea is you would go, yeah, moving around, and I hit one of these shots, and therefore lose a life and destroy this. Go. And that's it. We died. Game over. All right. Well, that I spent more time setting up the music than I thought, and then didn't get quite as much content out as. Maybe I should try one of the other demo scene things quickly, in case one of them actually works. Okay. Yeah, these are old school. Crew panic. Cute. Oh, this one's working. This is the pilot episode of this series because it's not even in 94 yet. Once we get into proper Windows 95 stuff, what I'm really excited about is that the cover discs would include user creations, and I've seen that there's some with click and play user creations, so reader submitted, some with module files, 3D models and renders, and all kinds of things. And those might be, not available anywhere else online, except on these cover discs. Ooh. I'm more into the later, 3D heavy demo scene stuff, but this is fun. Music's good. The NVN compression might be doing horrible things to this point cloud. Another greets. Yeah. This will go on for a while probably. Oh. That's about all I had prepared for today. I'm glad it all just about worked eventually. And as I said, yeah, it'll only get better from here with some of the content coming in future iterations. So I'm going to hopefully do this weekly on Mondays and take you through some of these French PC magazine cover discs that I was always very excited about every time they came out back in the day. And even see if we can find any good music and 3D renders and what have you. Fun little bits of software. So I'm going to throw you over to, let's see. Doesn't look like anyone I follow streaming right now, so I was hoping to throw it over to the Retro Pals Multimedia Monday, because that's a very appropriate kind of follow-up stream, but I guess it's not happening this week. So I'll wrap up here. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. And if I'm ready, I'll have another stream coming this Friday that I talked about a few times before, but I want to start ranking futuristic races and eventually play through absolutely all of them. I'm realizing that far too many of my stream concepts are inspired by Retro Pals, but that's okay. We're not actually doing the same content, so yeah. So next stream hopefully on Friday. Thanks for the hype. Yeah. And it's time for me to go. If you, like me, have caught the Millennium Bug, make sure to watch the next stream, or find me elsewhere on the World Wide Web by clicking on the links below the video. I've been Millennium Cyborg. Keep that future vibe, and I'll see you in the world of tomorrow.